Most people think memory decline is inevitable with age, that forgetting names, misplacing keys, or struggling to recall information is simply part of getting older. But neuroscientists now know this isn't true. The brain, like a muscle, can be trained to grow stronger, sharper, and faster at any age. And one simple 60-second daily exercise has been shown to boost memory, improve focus, and even slow down cognitive decline. The best part? It doesn't require expensive supplements, complicated routines, or hours of training. Just one focused minute a day can literally rewire your brain for sharper recall. This exercise works because it stimulates the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for forming and storing new memories. With age, the hippocampus shrinks, but targeted mental and physical activities can slow, and even reverse, this decline. The 60-second technique you're about to learn combines oxygen flow, mental focus, and neural stimulation, a formula proven by researchers to enhance memory retention and recall. Imagine remembering phone numbers without hesitation, recalling details from conversations days later, or walking into a room without forgetting why you entered. That's the power of consistently practicing this exercise. If you want to strengthen your brain, protect your memory, and discover science-backed tips like this one, subscribe to our channel now and turn on notifications. In the next chapters, we'll reveal what this exercise is, why it works, and exactly how you can start using it today. Many seniors believe memory loss is simply the price of getting older, but the truth is more complex. As the years pass, the hippocampus, the brain's memory center, naturally shrinks. At the same time, blood flow to the brain decreases, neurons fire less efficiently, and the production of neurotransmitters like acetylcholine slows down. These changes make it harder to store new information and recall details quickly. But here's what most people don't realize. Your brain is not a static organ. It has an incredible ability called neuroplasticity, the power to form new connections and strengthen existing ones, even late in life. Unfortunately, modern habits accelerate decline. Stress, poor sleep, lack of physical activity, and processed foods damage neurons and weaken memory. Add to this the constant flood of digital distractions, and the brain becomes less capable of focusing long enough to retain information. That's why many people over 50 feel their memory slipping faster than expected. The good news is that small, consistent exercises, even ones that take just a minute, can counteract these changes. By improving oxygen flow, stimulating key brain regions, and engaging both body and mind at the same time, these exercises help the hippocampus stay active and resilient. Instead of passively watching your memory fade, you can take control and slow down, even reverse, the process. In the next chapter, we'll reveal what kind of exercise can deliver these powerful benefits in just 60 seconds a day. The exercise that doctors recommend is deceptively simple. Coordinated hand, brain drills combined with deep breathing. In just 1 minute, you engage both hemispheres of the brain, improve oxygen delivery, and spark new neural activity in the hippocampus. Here's how it works. Sit comfortably. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, begin tapping your left knee with your right hand while your left hand makes a circular motion in the air. Switch sides every 10 seconds. This forces your brain to cross-communicate between hemispheres, an activity proven to enhance focus and memory. The key is not perfection, but concentration. Your brain struggles at first to manage these cross-body movements while controlling your breathing. That struggle is actually where the growth happens. It's the equivalent of lifting weights for your neurons. Within 60 seconds, you've activated motor circuits, boosted oxygen, and stimulated the memory center of the brain. Doctors explain that even a single minute daily trains the brain to adapt more quickly, laying down stronger connections. Over time, this translates into sharper recall, faster thinking, and less mental fatigue. The beauty of the exercise is its accessibility. No equipment, no gym, just your hands, your breath, and your focus. In the next chapter, we'll explore why combining movement and breath is so effective and how it unlocks your brain's natural repair system. The secret behind this 60-second exercise lies in how it combines movement with breath control. On their own, both physical activity and mindful breathing support brain health, but when practiced together, their effects multiply. Cross-body movements stimulate both the left and right hemispheres of the brain, forcing them to coordinate. This not only strengthens motor skills, but also boosts communication across the corpus callosum, the bridge that connects the two halves of the brain. Better crosstalk between hemispheres means faster problem solving, stronger recall, and sharper focus. Meanwhile, deep breathing brings a surge of oxygen to the brain, which is essential for memory formation. Oxygen fuels the hippocampus, the very structure where short-term memories are transformed into long-term storage. Shallow, stress breathing stars this region, but slow, controlled breaths improve its performance almost immediately. That's why people often describe feeling calmer, clearer, and more alert after just a few rounds. Doctors point out that this combination mimics what happens during exercise or meditation, but condensed into a focused 1-minute routine. It engages your body, calms your nervous system, and sharpens your mind all at once. The best part? It works for anyone, anywhere, seniors at home, professionals at work, or students preparing for exams. In the next chapter, we'll look at how consistency transforms this small daily habit into lasting improvements in memory and mental clarity. When you first try the 60-second exercise, the effects may feel subtle, a little more clarity, perhaps sharper focus. But the real power is revealed through consistency. Just like muscles grow stronger with daily training, the brain builds resilience when it's challenged regularly. After a few weeks, many people notice they recall names faster, follow conversations more easily, and retain more of what they read. Seniors often describe it as lifting the fog that had been clouding their thinking. The long-term benefits go deeper. Regular practice strengthens neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and create new pathways. This means your memory doesn't just improve for the short term, it becomes more resistant to decline. Studies show that seniors who engage in brain-stimulating exercises are significantly less likely to develop age-related cognitive disorders, including dementia. This 1-minute drill is like insurance for your mind, protecting what matters most: independence and clarity. There's also an emotional impact. With improved memory comes greater confidence. Forgetting appointments, misplacing items, or losing track of conversations can cause embarrassment and frustration. But when your memory feels sharper, you naturally feel more in control of your daily life. That confidence reduces anxiety, which further protects brain health. In the next chapter, we'll explore how this exercise compares to more traditional brain training methods and why its simplicity makes it surprisingly powerful. For years, people have turned to puzzles, crosswords, or memory apps hoping to sharpen their minds. While these activities do provide some stimulation, they often train your brain in very specific skills, like word recall or pattern recognition, without creating broader improvements in daily memory. In contrast, the 60-second exercise works differently. By combining movement, coordination, and breath, it activates multiple areas of the brain simultaneously, including the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, and motor regions. This whole brain activation builds stronger neural networks, which translate into real-world improvements in focus, recall, and learning speed. Another advantage is time and consistency. Many people abandon brain apps or puzzles because they require long sessions and eventually feel repetitive. But this short routine requires only one focused minute a day. Its simplicity makes it easy to stick with, which is the real secret to results. Just as daily walking is more effective for heart health than occasional marathons, daily micro-training for your brain is more effective than occasional hours spent on apps. Finally, because the exercise involves both body and mind, it improves blood flow, reduces stress, and enhances oxygen delivery, benefits puzzles alone cannot provide. That's why seniors who adopt this practice often notice not just better memory, but also greater calmness and energy. In the next chapter, we'll dive into how oxygen flow and circulation play a vital role in brain performance, and why this exercise is uniquely designed to maximize both. Even if you eat well and stay active, stress can silently undo much of your brain's progress. When you're under pressure, your body releases cortisol, a stress hormone that prepares you to fight or flee. In short bursts, cortisol is useful. But when levels stay high for weeks or months, it becomes toxic to the brain, especially the hippocampus, where new memories are formed. Chronic stress shrinks this region, making it harder to recall details, focus on tasks, or even learn new information. Seniors who live with constant worry or tension often describe their memory as slipping away, when in reality, it's being drained by stress chemistry. This is where the 60-second exercise shines. By combining controlled breathing with coordinated movement, it signals the body to shift from stress mode into relaxation mode. Each slow, steady breath lowers cortisol levels, while the rhythmic cross-body actions calm the nervous system. Within a minute, your brain receives a surge of oxygen while your stress response switches off. The result? Not only a clearer mind in the moment, but also long-term protection for the hippocampus against stress-related damage. Doctors emphasize that reducing cortisol is just as important as stimulating memory pathways. Without addressing stress, no brain training method will reach its full potential. By practicing this exercise daily, you're not just sharpening recall, you're shielding your brain from one of its greatest hidden enemies. In the next chapter, we'll see how seniors in particular can benefit and what specific improvements they tend to notice within just a few weeks. The aircraft touched down with a gentle jolt, but no one reached for their bags. No one rushed to leave. The passengers remained seated, their eyes fixed on Naomi, as though they all understood that what they had just witnessed was bigger than a flight. It was history written in real time. The disgraced attendants sat hollow and silent, their arrogance stripped bare, while the cabin crew from the ground prepared to take over upon landing. Naomi stayed calm, her dignity unshaken, her presence radiating a quiet power that filled every corner of the plane. She had not shouted. She had not begged. She had simply spoken the truth, and the truth had dismantled arrogance more completely than rage ever could. As the doors opened, the applause returned, louder than before. Passengers stood and clapped, some with tears in their eyes, some recording with their phones, others simply savoring the memory of a moment they would tell for years to come. An elderly woman paused beside Naomi and whispered, "You showed us all what strength looks like." A young mother with a child on her hip added, "My daughter will hear this story." Naomi accepted their words with a small, gracious nod, her heart warmed by the thought that this humiliation had been transformed into a lesson of dignity and power for others. The crew she had dismissed were escorted off the aircraft, their uniforms suddenly meaningless. The contrast was staggering. Moments ago, they had wielded their roles like weapons, and now they left in silence, shadows of the arrogance they once carried. The passengers parted as Naomi walked down the aisle, not as someone pushed aside, but as someone honored. Heads turned, phones lifted, hands extended in gratitude. Each step she took was a reclaiming of space, a living testament to resilience. In the terminal, sunlight poured through the wide windows, casting her figure in gold as she walked with unhurried grace. Naomi knew this moment would travel further than this airport, further than this city. It would ripple through headlines, through boardrooms, through conversations in quiet kitchens where people whispered of justice long overdue. She had not only restored her own dignity, she had set a precedent that arrogance could never again disguise itself as authority in her company. As she disappeared into the crowd, one truth lingered in every heart that had witnessed the scene. Real power does not scream. Real power stands, speaks, and changes everything.